All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are talking about one of the biggest, most powerful shifts in workplace training. We're going to build a blueprint for a mobile learning strategy that actually works for today's workforce. Okay, I want to kick things off with a number that should really make you sit up and listen. 45%. That's how much faster your employees can get through training courses on their phones. And here's the real kicker, with zero drop in comprehension. So this isn't just about being convenient, it's about being incredibly efficient and impactful. So this brings us to a really critical question, one that every single organization needs to be asking itself right now. Is your training strategy actually built for the way people work today? Because let's be honest, if it isn't mobile, it might already be on its way to being obsolete. To really get why this is so important, we have to acknowledge that we're living in a new training reality. The game has totally changed. And you know what's driving it? The expectations of our employees. And here's the heart of that new reality. People now expect to be able to learn on their own terms. That means whenever they want, wherever they are, and on the device that's pretty much always with them. This isn't just some passing trend. It's a fundamental change in how we think about professional development. So, how do we meet this new expectation? Well, we do it by leaning into what we call the mobile learning advantage. This is the moment we stop thinking of mobile as just a nice to have and start seeing it for what it is, a strategic necessity. Okay, let's make sure we're all on the same page with a super simple definition. Mobile learning, or M-learning, is nothing more than delivering training through mobile devices. But the magic words here are anytime and anywhere. It's all about putting the learner back in the driver's seat. Now, this is where it gets really powerful. This isn't just about convenience. We're talking about a real strategic edge. Think about it. On-demand flexibility means a salesperson can watch a product video 2 minutes before walking into a client meeting. Broader reach means you can finally connect with all your deskless workers out in the field. Higher engagement comes from these short, interactive lessons that people actually enjoy. And my favorite, just-in-time support, putting a quick reference guide right in their hands, right when they need it on the job. That all sounds amazing, right? But how in the world do you actually build it? Well, that's what this next section is all about. We're going to lay out a practical, actionable blueprint you can use to build your own strategy. A winning strategy really stands on 3 core pillars. First, you've got to align everything with your actual business goals. Second, you have to know your learners inside and out. And third, you have to design content that is mobile first, not just mobile friendly. Don't worry, we're going to break down each one. Let's start with pillar number 1, aligning with business goals. Now, this is so crucial. Don't start with the shiny new app, start with the business objective. What skill gap are you actually trying to close? How is this training going to boost sales or improve customer satisfaction? You need to set clear, measurable targets and show your leadership the bottom line business value. That is how you get buy-in. Now for pillar 2, and this is all about your people. Know your learners. I mean, really know them. Are they out in the field all day or sitting at a desk? Do they have downtime on their commute? Are they on company-issued tablets or their own personal phones? And here's a huge one. What's their internet connection like? If you've got a team in a remote area, offline access isn't a bonus feature, it's an absolute must-have. This slide just perfectly illustrates the huge mindset shift needed for pillar 3. You simply cannot take your old, hour-long, text-heavy training module and just shrink it down to a tiny screen. It doesn't work. Mobile-first design means a total shift to 5-minute microlearning, to interactive quizzes, to short, engaging videos, and real-world scenarios that people can use immediately. It is a completely different way of creating content. So to kind of sum up that third pillar, the principles are actually simple, but they're incredibly powerful. Keep it short, use media that grabs their attention, focus only on what's absolutely essential, and make it relatable. Use real-world examples, and maybe even sprinkle in a little gamification with points and badges to keep things fun and motivating. Okay, so we have our 3 pillars. The strategy is planned out. Now it's time to get our hands dirty and talk about how to actually put all of this into practice and make it successful. First things first, you need a rock-solid technical foundation. Your platform has to work seamlessly across all kinds of different devices. You need that reliable offline access we keep talking about. You've got to have clear support for people when tech issues pop up. And of course, security is non-negotiable. You have to protect your people's data and the company's data. But listen, tech is only half the battle. You also have to nail the human element. This is what drives engagement.
Use push notifications as helpful, gentle reminders, not as spam. Let people learn from each other with discussion forums. And this is so important. Get managers involved. They're the ones who can help their teams see the connection between the training and their actual day-to-day work.
And finally, please don't try to do this all at once. Follow a phased roadmap. Start small with a pilot group and get their honest feedback. Use that feedback to make everything better. Then, when you're ready, launch it to the whole company with a big communication push. But guess what? You're still not done. You have to constantly monitor, look at the data, and keep making it better. This is a living program, not a one-and-done project. So let's just pull all of this together. When we look at this blueprint, it becomes pretty clear that we're not just looking at another training trend. We are looking at the future of learning itself. You know, I think this quote from the source material just captures the whole idea perfectly. Mobile learning is more than a tech upgrade. It's a new approach to workforce development. It really is. It's about building a workforce that's more agile, more skilled, and more engaged, ready for whatever's coming next. And that brings us to our final question, the one I want you to take with you. The question isn't if you're going to adopt mobile learning anymore, it's how. How are you going to use this incredibly powerful tool to not just train your people, but to genuinely drive growth for your entire organization?